In today's video, I will be showing you an updated version of my Cameroonian Gateau recipe, or Nigerian Buns, or Ghanaian Bofrot. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're here for your first time, I am Patience Kinga, aka Patty G's Cakes, sharing videos every week. For today's video, let's jump right in. Welcome back. We will begin by using a fork to mash our overripe plantains. I am using 2 plantains in this recipe. You can actually use up to 3 overripe plantains if you want, but since I was going for a low sugar or low sweetness, I was okay with 2 overripe plantains. So there was I mashing the plantains to puree them with a fork. So I will be replacing sugar with this plantain in this recipe. So in a standalone mixer, I poured in a half cup of melted butter, 1 cup of evaporated milk, 2 tablespoons of yeast, and with my dough hook, I mix together. Just continue to watch. Here I added 2 eggs, but I first put in 1 egg, then I'll be adding the second one later. I poured in my mashed plantains. You can actually use mashed banana if you want, but just that is going to change the color of your dough inside. So here I'm adding 4.5 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 1.5 teaspoon nutmeg, and again with my dough attachment, I mix this together. I pour the rest of the 4.5 cups of flour at this point, and I continue to mix. Just continue to watch. So here I poured in the last egg. Remember there were 2 eggs. So I first of all put in the first one when I was mixing the liquid ingredients, and now I added the last one. Just continue to watch. When mixing your dough for this gateau recipe, make sure the dough is sticky. The dough should not be hard. The dough should be soft and sticky. That will determine the result, the final look of your gateau when it has been fried. You want it to be really soft inside. So I was done. Look at the dough. It is actually sticky. That is what you want to get. If you're here for your first time and you haven't subscribed to this channel, please, I beg of you to hit the subscribe button. Let's grow this channel together. I realize that people watch the videos but they don't subscribe. So here I just poured in a little bit of vegetable oil in a bowl because I didn't want my dough to just dry off easily. The vegetable oil helps to keep it moist. Then I put that in a bowl. I put the dough in a bowl and I covered it with cling film or saran wrap, and I let it rise for 1 hour. Make sure it stays in a warm place for 1 good hour. That is how the dough looked like. It had risen to triple its size, and I did use my hands to punch it to take off the air because that was just full of air. Yeah, that is my dough. It still looks risen, but I just punched it to take off the dough. And now I'll just be creating small balls. You could shape it, you can make it to any shape of your choosing, but here I just wanted small balls. Yeah, like I said earlier, you can always make them to any shape that you want, but since I wanted the original shape, the round shape for gateau or buns or Bofrot, I went along with that. So I was done making the balls. I covered this with a clean cloth and I let it rise for 30 minutes. So that is how it looked like after 30 minutes. They had actually risen again, but in trying to fry, I just played around with the dough to reduce either the size or to just take off a little bit of the air, because once frying, the dough still increases or still rises in the oil. So I had heated my oil and it was medium hot, and I started putting in my gateau to fry. You don't want the oil to be too hot, as well as you don't want the oil to be just warm. When it's just warm, it's gonna drink so much oil, and when it's too hot, the dough will be the gateau will be looking brown outside, but will not be ready inside. So you have to really be very careful. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notification bell, and share the video with other friends and loved ones. So here was I frying my gateau. There are some gateaus that just refuse to turn when you're trying to turn them. Those are the stubborn ones. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to be replacing sugar with either bananas or overripe plantain or even dates, because we're all trying to go healthy, right? So taking off sugar, which is really a bastard, like everyone says, sugar is not good for our system. So if you can always find something to replace the sugar or something that is a lot more healthy, then go for it. But please do let me know in the comment section if you've ever seen this recipe where you swap sugar with something else in gateau. Just let me know. This gateau turned out so nice. Everyone loved it so much in the family. It didn't take long at all, and some friends also tasted it and they really liked it. This was the last set I was frying. If you notice, my oil is foaming a little bit because this is the oil I used to fry the chin chin last week. I'll be sharing the link of the video up here. I also, in that chin chin recipe, I also swapped sugar for pureed pumpkin. So yeah, since that was almost the same time I was frying it, I just used the oil. I just added a little bit more. But yeah, this is the gateau. I loved how it was frying. I just loved seeing it. So this was my result. This tasted amazing. Look at that. Look at how soft it is inside. This is a must-try recipe. Again, if you don't want the overripe bananas, you can always go with 3/4 cups of sugar. So check the link above to watch this video where I showed you how to make chin chin and I replaced sugar with pureed pumpkins. Thanks so much for watching. Until next week, bye.